Morning.
Okay, any doubts from the previous class we are having?
Sir, can you please ask from whose audio this disturbance is coming?
Sorry?
A lot of disturbance is coming.
It is actually from my end. Actually, I'm some outside in a place. That's it.
Okay, sorry.
Actually, my grandmom died. That's why, like, I'm in village right now.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, any doubts from the previous class? What I talked? No. We'll start from the synchronization part. Okay. Now, what do you mean by synchronization? Sikha, start. Quick.
So matching the speed of Selenium
With respect to web browser.
with respect of a web browser.
Okay. If we are unable to locate any element for like a single element, we'll be getting no such element exception, or else we'll be getting, if multiple elements is there, we'll be getting empty list or size as 0. Correct. But what happens here for this waiting condition? That means what? How this execution happens here? If I'm writing any like codes here, it may be any code. See, here I'm writing codes. First line number 13 will get executed, then line number 14, then line number 15. But what happens from this line number 14 to 15? Like if this 15 is not present, okay. Like I want to driver.manage.get cookies. That means I want to fetch all the cookies of the web page which I have already opened. Correct. Here what happens? This line get executed, but if it is not loaded in the UI, you will not able to get all those elements, and you will be getting an exception as no such element exception or empty list. Clear? For which we are using thread.slip method. Fine. Clear up to this? But why we will be using implicit wait and explicit wait? Reason behind that is to achieve synchronization or to minimize the time. Here what we do, if I am using thread.sleep with, just a minute, what do you mean by this line? What do you mean by this line?
It waits for 3 seconds for that particular line.
Okay, if I am having 1000 line of codes, inside that 1000 line of codes, I am putting like around 200 line of thread.slip, because 200 lines there I am not like synchronization problem is there. 200 lines I am putting thread.slip. That means what happens? Thread.slip for 3 seconds for 200 times. What is the time? 200 into 3?
No, not like that, sir. So after executing 199 instructions, then it will wait for 3 seconds.
That's what only I am saying. See, total 1000 line of codes are there. For example, 200 lines only thread.slip I have used. correct, for 3 seconds into
That's like
3.
600 seconds.
That means, sorry,
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
okay. That means around this time, like, no, it is just a minute. Ah, like around, like you have to wait for a very long time, for which you, like, the execution will be not that faster, execution will be slower, for which instead of using this thread dot slip, we will be using the wait of Selenium, that is implicit wait and explicit wait. Now coming to implicit wait, what we have to do, this implicit wait will only work for find element and find elements method. That is the first condition. Okay, just a minute, I'll write here so that you'll get a clarity of that. Implicitly wait, okay, first of all I'll tell you what is the syntax of this implicitly wait. Driver dot manage dot driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait, that is duration of hours, minutes, seconds. What you want to specify, you can. Okay, now what happens, this syntax we have to use driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait, and basically this implicit wait this above statement is written only once in the entire automation scripts. This is one thing. Second thing, the above statement will be utilized for elements method and elements method. If the element is located before the duration operation operation will be performed immediately. If the element is located in duration will get such element exception. Above statement is written easily after opening the browser. Okay, clear? Got my point? What are the things we will be using for implicitly wait? Implicit wait will like we have to write only once in the entire source code. Source code means entire automation script. Only once we have to like specify this implicit wait, and this implicit wait is taking an argument of duration, that is times that inside this duration it may be in hours, it may be in milliseconds, it may be in nanoseconds, it may be in seconds, anything we can take over here. And the above statements will be utilized only for find element and find elements method. As of I said previously here, it is only like for this we'll be getting this exception, but implicit wait will only work for with these two methods. And if the element is located before the duration, operation will be performed immediately. And if the element is not located within the duration, we'll get no such element exception. That means what? For example, as I said, this thread dot sleep, if I'm specifying 3 seconds, that means in every step where thread dot sleep is mentioned as 3 seconds, it will wait for that specific time period. That means it is going to consume your time. But here what happens, in every 500 milliseconds, it will search for the element and come back to your source code. It will go and search for the element and come back to your source code. That means whenever your backend source code is available, it will work immediately, and it will not wait for the, like if I'm specifying here 20 seconds, that means it is not going to wait for 20 seconds. What happens, as quick as the element it is visible, it will immediately perform action on that specific element. Clear up to this?
Yes, sir,
Am
but
I
in the
audible?
second statement, you just write find elements and find elements. I think it will be find element and find elements.
Sorry, it is find element and elements, not elements and
Yeah,
elements.
yeah. That's what.
Okay, it is find element and find elements. See, thread we have to specify everywhere where where there is a synchronization problem. But implicit wait only once we have to write. After driver WebDriver is equal to new of WebDriver. Then next after that we can write this statement driver.manage.timeouts.implicit wait so that it will work for all the find elements method. Clear up to this? Any doubts? No?
But we have to write this statement before finding the locator, right?
Not
okay.
that.
Okay, Partner.
See,
Italy.
previously, before finding the locator, when there was a synchronization problem, we are supposed to use thread.slip at that point. That means how many places there will be synchronization problem, we have to use thread.slip. And the main drawback of this thread.slip is we don't know how many where there will be a synchronization problem. That is the first thing. Second, if I am going to write thread.slip, I have to write multiple times this thread.slip. That means it is going to consume time also. Number of line of code will increase. And the specified time period in thread.slip, it will wait for that specified time period. That's why it is a drawback of thread.slip. So we will be not using thread.slip. Instead of thread.slip, we'll be using this implicit wait and explicit wait. And to overcome this the drawbacks of thread.slip, implicit wait will help out. But the first drawback, it is first going to give you advantage is we don't have to write multiple times. It will be only written once after initializing the browser. That is, WebDriver driver is equal to new of S driver, Chrome, Firefox, anything. After you have opened the browser, you are just specifying this driver.manage.timeout.implicit wait. And this single line of code will work for all the find element and find elements method which is present in the specified class, or which is specified in the script what you have written. Clear?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Any more doubts?
No.
But there is a drawback here. Okay. What is the drawback? Try to ask me. What is the drawback? What I am saying here, only it will work for find element and find elements method. Clear? But for example, I'll just give a condition, okay, go to Google and validate whether the title is matching or not. But how to fetch the title of a web page?
By locator,
No,
Get title from
not.
URL.
Yeah, get title method will be using. Okay, driver dot get title I'll be using. That is the line of code. Clear? But find elements is not present now. Whether it will work, the implicit wait will work at that point.
No.
No,
no, because
that is the drawback.
it's waiting for page to load. That's why.
It this implicit wait not page to load. Yeah, but there is a synchronization problem is that the page is not loaded, but I am trying to fetch the title of that page. Okay, I'll get a no such element exception or not interactable exception. Like this, I'll be getting exception. But thing is that this implicit wait will not work because the find element or find elements method is not present to fetch the title. We can use this technique only for
Who is calling?
find element and Ravi, please mute
Steve.
yourself.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Will work for only find elements and not for all the method. Here, this is the drawback. And to overcome this drawback, it will come for explicitly wet. Take down these notes first, then I'll show you with the program.
Sir, are you giving these notes in the chat?
No. Done? Clear? Okay. Let's do a program with this. Open source.
ते हे करावं लागतं रे फुलं हे आदली शीट गोळा करून ठेवून लागत. हो ना. काय ते तिला खोली चालता
Yes, please
कोण्या
mute
दुसऱ्या
yourself, then have discussion.
कोणते बामणं म्हणजे कोणते हालात निघालेत आपल्याला पण तिच्यात म्हणजे हे लय तोंड वासायला हजार हजार रुपये कुठे एका राहून जाऊ दे पण
Vaibhav, I think you have mute. I think Vaibhav is.
15,000 लागले होते कसं आहे असं जेवायला 15,000 आणि ते असं गोळा करते एक गवसाला बामण चांगला आहे बोल.
Driver. Driver dot find elements by dot path. Driver dot find elements dot export. dot send is as unknown to driver dot bar dot xpath.
Sorry, can you put some comment also so that we will know what it is doing?
Well, I will. Just give me some time. I will. See, nothing I am doing. Just the things what I did previously, just locating and just do like writing just a script to show you the execution. Here, nothing I am doing. This is this line number 12 is for initializing browser. Line number 13 is to open the URL. This is for fetching the title. This is for printing the title, locating the username and putting the what the data I want to put. Same thing for password. Then same thing for this your login button to click. That's it. Nothing I'm doing extra here. See what will happen. First, we'll see the exceptions. Just a minute. Cookies. What will happen is here. See, element is not loaded. Page is open. The URL is correct or not? URL is correct. But what exception we got see here? It has fetched the title. After loading, it has fetched the title. But while I was using placeholder, this double slash input placeholder is equal to username. That means the locate of username, unable to locate this element. Okay, not able to locate this element. Like I got no such element exception. Where I got no such element exception in line number 15. That means what do you think? The locator is incorrect. No. Everywhere locators will be not incorrect. If the locator is incorrect, also you will get this exception. If there is a synchronization problem, you will get this exception. What we are doing previously is this thread.sleep. I'll be waiting here for 8 seconds, for example. Let's this one. Someone may count like a for 8 seconds it is waiting or not. You can see. Now, if I'm using this thread.slip, I'll not face any issue. Done, understand? Clear? That means the locators are correct or not? The locators are correct. Okay. But it has wait for this time period. What I want to do is, moreover, come to development part from one page to navigating from one page to other page, the user should wait for at least 20 to 30 seconds. That means the page loading time period by the development team is given from 20 to 30 seconds. But just what we are doing here, we are assuming, okay, let's wait for 8 seconds. It may visible and it will work. That means it is not the correct way to do. Instead of this, we will be, and yes, another thing, if I'm using thread here, it will work in line number 15, but it will not work for line number 17 or 18 like that. It will only work in line number 15. That means in line number 15 only it will wait for that specific time. Then again it will switch to line number 16. That's why after initializing the browser, we will be specifying driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait, that is duration of hours, minutes, seconds, anything you can specify, that is 20. That means I have specified wait for 20 seconds. See, as quick as the element will be visible, automatically it will enter the data. Done. It is bit faster than the previous one or not? Yes. No. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes. Yes, yes.
Say that. Okay, fine. Now, implicit way is clear for everyone.
Yes, sir.
I have a question. Here
Yeah.
we are writing the driver.manage.timeout implicit wait. That is only for the find element, right? So why we are writing
Yeah,
it before? We can write it after line number 17, right? After the title system out.print title.
we can. It's not mandatory. See, reason of writing. I have why I have written this line of code here. The like basically what is the structure of writing a code? First of all, I have to open a browser, then I have to enter the URL of the application, then I have to do operation on the element which is present in the web page. Correct? These are the three things we are doing. That's why what I did, like I just opened the browser. After just opening the browser, I have specified the synchronization part. Then just I am opening. It is not force. You can use where you want. But the place where you will be specifying this line, like this implicit way, down that only it will work. If I will write this on here also, it will not work for this line. It will work for these lines because after this it will work only. So that's it's a good practice, you can say, to write after initializing. It is not any hard and force, like it is not there. No, like you have to write it itself.
So after the URL, we can write the this implicit wait after the URL, not before that.
Yeah, we can.
We can write it? Okay.
We can write instead of writing here. We are saying this one. We can.
Okay.
Not an issue.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Fine?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, anything more, guys? No? Fine. Let's go for this explicit way. Explicitly wait. Namrata, are you there? Whenever we cannot use implicitly we go for explicit wait that is not only for handling not only for find elements method or find elements. Whenever we cannot use implicitly wait, we go for explicitly wait. That is not only for find element or find elements method, but it will work for all the condition. Second thing is as we specify writing condition explicitly, it is called as next if the okay what like exception we get if the L is not located. Any guesses? Like
If
previously if if that is not matching, we are getting no such element exception, but here what guess is like what if the condition is not matching, what exception we can expect?
Tail
Shikha?
element exception.
no idea,
No,
sir.
still element is for something different.
No idea.
Me?
Sorry, sir. No.
What, we are keeping silent today?
I'm listening. I don't know what is it. Element not interactable.
No. Timeout. See, why we get timeout? Stale element is something different. I'll tell you. Okay. Not interactable, stale element, no such timeout. These are some of the commonly seen exception for Selenium. We are listen carefully. If we are getting no such element exception, to handle no such element exception, it is only for two conditions. If the locator is run wrong, we will be getting no such element exception. If there is a synchronization problem, we will be getting no such element exception. Done. Coming to stale element exception. If is that how it works, I'll tell you. I have located an element here, but I have done login, it is being navigated. That means I have located this main, woman, kids, everything I have located. But I have clicked on this main, but trying to access on woman also. In that condition, getting stale element exception. Stale element means element which is already present in the source code, but it is on the DOM file, we can say. That means in the previous page, there will be getting element exception. Coming to not interactable exception, in two conditions we'll be getting not interactable exception if there is a security purpose of an element. Security purpose in the sense that the developers are written codes in such a way directly using Selenium or directly using the methods, we cannot access to those elements. We will get a not interactable exception, or else that element is not visible in the UI. We'll get not interactable exception. To handle these two exceptions, if it is present in the UI and still we are getting not interactable, we have to go for JavaScript executor. That I'll teach you. Going forward, I'll teach you. We have to use for JavaScript executor in that condition. Else, if it is not present in the UI, you have to bring to the UI, you have to use actions class. Clear? But in explicit wait, what happens? In explicit wait, it is similar to the implicit wait. It will give the condition to wait for this specific, but here will be specified condition. Google it may be the title is Google, but if it has not faced Sikha, it will try to match up to that specific time period what I have specified. If these two things are not matching, it will give you exception as a timeout exception. Timeout means the time period what you have specified to match both the things is not matching within that time period. That's why I'll be getting as timeout exception. Clear up to this? Clear? Okay. A small example I'll give you so that you will have more clarity here. Let me.
Can you define syntax also here only, like last time you did for implicit?
I will. Just a minute. Sure. See, as I have written this explicit is divided into two types. One is your WebDriver wait and another one is your fluent wait. First, I will do for a WebDriver wait, then I'll tell you about your fluent wait. Okay? Sorry. WebDriver wait is equal to WebDriver wait taking argument as WebDriver and duration. Same as previously I did for implicit, same thing I did here. Okay, but here we have to add some different thing. What is that? See. String expected title is Sika. But the title what we have faced, that is our actual title. It may be anything. Okay. What we will see, this line we have to specify only once, but during writing of the code we have to use this one. Wait that just a minute, why it is not coming? Okay, until wait dot expected conditions dot contents, for example expected title. That means what happens, see, as we know these locators are correct, it is working. Previously it was working, but what it will do here, it will wait until, try to understand the concept, it will wait until the expected condition match with this expected titles contains this expected title. This actual title should contain Sika. If it contains, it will go to the next line, or else it will not go to the next line. See. Point clear? Okay. Another small example I'll be giving so that you'll have more clarity of all those things.
So wherever we want it to wait, we have to define it, wait dot until.
Yes, yes, we have to define that.
Because for implicit wait, we need to define one time only. But here, for suppose we have 2, 3 elements.
We have to
Do
give the condition in what condition we want to wait for, like we want to keep it.
we have to define every time for different
Yeah,
elements.
yeah, we have to define. Just a minute, with this, you will be having more clarity and you can remember for sure. I do have that trust. see here. What is the difference between method overloading and overriding? Can anyone say?
Method overloading, method with the one name, but it can have different parameters. And method overriding, when you are overriding the method which is defined in the parent class, when child overrides the method of parent class.
Okay. Sika, one more question to you. Okay. Where method overriding is implemented in Selenium, where method overriding and overloading. Two things are there. Where method overloading is implemented in Selenium and where method overriding is implemented in Selenium.
That I don't have any idea.
You know the definitions, correct?
Yeah, I know the definition.
But where it is, I got to know. Now, sir.
So I think that could be depending on whether you are using implicit or explicit weight. You decide that, right?
No. See, I'm not asking about implicit, explicit, not about this. Entire Selenium, what up to what I taught, I have taught many methods, WebDrivers, actions class, many things I have taught. Okay. My question is that we have implemented method overloading and overriding here. See,
In
I'll tell you.
Chrome, whenever we are invoking the Chrome browser, right? So there we
Okay.
are there we are using method overloading, as we are method overriding, because we are implementing the WebDriver interface.
Okay.
That is overriding
Give me
example.
example. Give me example.
Yeah, so like WebDriver is an interface. So whenever we are using their the WebDriver interface classes, we are implementing in the Chrome driver child class. So that is an example of method overriding.
That is an example of upcasting.
Which one?
That is a like example of upcasting. Okay, what do you mean by upcasting?
Upcasting, right?
Yeah.
So it will be not an overriding then, because like the methods we are overriding that there, right?
Okay, what do you mean by upcasting then?
Upcasting is like we are converting one type of variable to to the higher type.
No, not converting. Storing a smaller data type inside a bigger
Yes.
data type. Simple.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that is upcasting. That thing we are doing. WebDriver driver is equal to new of Chrome driver. Your Chrome driver is your child class here. WebDriver is the interface. It is the parent interface. That means storing the smaller data type inside, like with the reference of the bigger data type. We can say. Like, see, I'm not talking about theoretically. Try to understand what I'm saying. Okay. Here, what I'm doing, I'm creating an instance of this Chrome driver, but this Chrome driver properties or the object is being held by WebDriver reference interface, correct? That means
Yes.
this is a process of upcasting, we can say. But coming to your overloading and overriding concepts, simple thing. Overriding means something is that I'll just use that open the same thing I'll do. That means this is an application I'm opening. Clear? Using which method we can open this? Get and navigate.
Yes.
Clear? If I'll be opening again with Netflix.
Okay, that is overriding.
Correct.
Okay. So find element is also an overriding. Find element, find elements, like.
How?
Aren't those overloading? By find element by name, we are passing by dot name
Find
and by dot
element is
extract.
a different thing. See, find element is a thing. It will want a specific element, and there what we are doing, we are going to locate a specific element. But overriding means how it goes. For example, we are putting like we are giving like what we are giving. We are trying to interact, or we are trying to send some response code. First of all, I'll be sending this. Okay, on the same direction again I'll be sending, that is using, for example, we can say using a get method driver.get or driver.navigate, like that we are using. Clear up to this? You got to know what is this overriding. On same thing we are, one thing is open, on that same thing we are adding something. But here in overloading concept is used for time unit, that is for your seconds or minutes. We are specifying duration of seconds or duration of minutes. That means being a user, like we are writing code, we have written driver.wait, this statement we have written, what internally it will do. That means, for example, this is my source code. If this is my source code, from here a response code will go to the web page in every 500 milliseconds. That means the calculation happens here like how, see, okay, 20 seconds means how many milliseconds, guys?
20,000 millisecond.
The time what I have specified is 20,000 milliseconds. If I will be using thread.sleep, it will wait for 20 seconds. That means 20,000 milliseconds. That means I'm wasting time or not. But how this overloading concept will work, in every 500 milliseconds, it will go and search for the element. That means 400 times it will, 40 times it will go to the web page and search for the expected condition or the element what we want to interact. That means within this 40 number of interaction, in which point it will fetch, in that specific point it will continue your execution instead of waiting. That means it will not wait for the like 40 instance, like 40 times it will not go. First it will go, will search for the element, okay, it is not visible, it will come to your source code. Again it will go like this, for example it will happen for 10 times. After 10 times, if the element is visible, 10 times means 10 seconds only, like it has like no 10 seconds not, it is like 10 into 500 or like 5 seconds. After 5 seconds it has the element is visible. In that condition what it will happen, instead of waiting for more 15 seconds, it will continue your execution. Clear up to this?
I didn't get it.
Just a minute. This condition is matching? No, this condition is not matching. See what exception you will get and how you will get. See, data will
Timeout.
not enter because it will throw timeout exception, but it will wait for 20 seconds. But previously what happened? Immediately the execution was happening. How immediately execution was happening? Now why it is waiting for 20 seconds? You will get no. See, codes are correct. Just I have given the waiting condition, due to which I that like this title is orange HRM. Here Sikha is not present. That means it is not containing Sikha. The condition is not matching. That's why it is not moving to the next line. This is one thing. Second, here what happens? Understand about this exception. Actually, in synchronization part, you have to know about exceptions properly. See, expected conditions fail. Waiting for Sika. Current title is Orange HRM. That means inside this current title, Sika is not present. That's why it has new timeout exception. But how many times you have tried? That was the question here. See, tried for 20 seconds. That means the calculation what I have given you. See, tried for 20 seconds. That means 20,000 milliseconds with 500 milliseconds interval divided by 500. That means how many times? 40 times or not? This 40 times means what? In every 500 milliseconds, here what happens? From here to here, it will go first in 500 milliseconds, it will go and search. Okay, it is not visible. Again, it will come to your source code. From here, again, it will go to, from here, again, it will go to your web page and search in next 500 milliseconds. From here, again, it will go to search in next 500 milliseconds. When it is visible, it will interact with that element, or else it will wait, like this will happen for 40 times. Then if it is not visible, you will get this timeout exception. If now condition, for example, see, condition matching, let's see, it will not wait for 20 seconds. See, now condition is matching. See the speed of the execution.
This 500 milliseconds are by default in Selenium. Like, can we
By
change
default,
that?
by default. It is internally defined by default.
Okay.
No such element exception. Just a minute. Okay. And try to explore all those things. Okay, many things are there. Waiting conditions, these are the waiting conditions. Visibility of element located by dot xpath. See, execution was speed or not? That means immediately after getting this, immediately after matching the condition, it has done its execution. But previously we are getting exception or not, because this actual title is not matching with the expected title. Clear? This is all about your WebDriver wait and implicit wait. Tomorrow I'll be telling you about this fluent wait only, so that we will complete this synchronization part. Clear up to this?
Well, so can we take the screenshot? Hold on.
Sure. take a screenshot of this so that take.
Sir, what is the example you told for the overriding in Selenium? Driver.get and
Overriding
driver
is get,
get.
get method, navigate method. Those are the concept of overriding which is used in Selenium. See, Selenium is having its own methods and everything. Okay, so some like in interviews, many peoples may ask which concept of method overloading or overriding is used in Selenium. You have to say. Yeah, Preeti, you can ask.
Sir, can you go on the code also?
Yeah, sure. You can
Thank you
ask.
so much for the class. Uh,
Okay.
like this is my first class I have attended, and I felt very happy attending. It's worth attending actually. And one question is, you have told method overriding. The examples are like get, navigate, and all right. Aren't they the
Okay.
part of action class?
I didn't get you. Sorry. Get
So get,
is a
navigate.
method of WebDriver interface.
Huh,
Actions class is something different. See, that is
okay.
just an example I have given. In actions class also, like we are using method overriding. That is a different thing. Just normally I was asking. Many methods are there for method overloading and overriding.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank
Done?
you. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
guys. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Ask.
Sir,
yeah, like, please go
can
ahead.
we practice in the group?
Sorry, can?
Can the group meet to practice so that we can practice this? You are not sharing the files, right? The classes.
At last, these see why I'm not sharing is it is not possible to share all the codes over here. I will be doing with this all those things. Every program will be there. I'll be like said giving you the GitHub link so that you can download it from there only. But the GitHub link will be generated once your project is completed.
Yes.
Okay,
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 I'll
sir.
give you the link at the end of the class. At the end, give you the link. But it is not possible for me for now to send individual codes in the group because see randomly I'm doing a number of programs, so it is not possible in my end to sit and send to each and every people this to mail all those codes. So at last I'll be giving you the like GitHub link so that you can download from there.
Even though
Okay,
if, I think if we will take a screenshot, we will try also. If we will get code now, then we will
yeah,
not
you can
try
take a
also.
screenshot for your reference and practice, but come to me if you will ask me to send the codes, I am not going to send individually one code. I'll be completing with everything with your inbox and everything. I'll be posting out to my GitHub account. I'll be sharing with the link. Clear. And over like it's not like that okay, I'm practicing, I'm doing no, I don't code also. Here only I'm doing the codes and it is freshly it is present here. I also don't know some of the things like previously which I know it may work, may not work. It is just like that. That's why I'm writing all the codes here. I'll be giving this course, but at the end of the class only I can give those codes.
Thank you.
Sir, will we get the recordings or no? It's my
See
first
guys,
class. I
coming
don't
to the recording parts, there is some technical issues I have talked with Gopal. Coming to the recording, some many like around 16, 17 videos are already present. Gopal was saying some in this meeting, it is being recorded automatically in his system, but some technical issues are coming. That's why they are working on that. That's why it is taking time. Have patience. We're trying to upload it. If it is also not then we'll just think of what to do with the next thing. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You guys have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye-bye.